his first heat. So
this is a replay of a 4, Jesse, that happened for Ryan Callinan during the break.
Yeah, this is a great heat. Ryan is an amazing surfer, has a lot of experience here. Probably the guy with the most experience out of them 3 out here.
And the final heat of the opening round, Gabriel Medina here. 3-time world champ dropping in. Lip glide on the backhand. Sturdy on the heels. Little hook for Medina. Eases through a cutback. Smashes the rebound. And a nice start for Gabe Medina. Looking to stick to this one. See if he makes a connection to Val's. Seeking the swell. Gliding through some flat water right here. The undulations on the inside starting to stack up for Medina. Some confused water, and he calls for the Red Bull jet ski. Gabe Medina.
And this is Gabriel coming up. Like, I just loved how much flow he kept throughout this wave. Like, it's so tricky right now, so bumpy with the north winds we got, and he connected dots perfectly on that wave and throwing a lot of spray, and yeah, that was amazing surfing.
Yeah, I mean, Gabe Medina is just a machine, you know, what he's able to adapt to all the different conditions, Jesse. And, you know, I want to hear some of your thoughts because I feel yourself, Miguel Pupo.
The pipe in 2014, just going through so much pressure and, like, so much expectation from everyone, not just him.
Yeah. Well, here we go. This is Ryan Callinan on his second wave. He opened up with a 4. This is going to be Arcal's backup. And Callinan connecting. A series of backhand lippers right there. So great timing, great flow for Ryan Callinan. So we'll be waiting for that number. As we're waiting for those numbers to populate, let's hear from the last heat winner, Kolohe Andino.
see the unique styles put together, Jesse, as a goofy footer. You must love seeing that.
100%, and 3 of them are completely different surfers. They just step on their board differently, and yeah, that's very interesting.
Look at how quick Ryan Callinan was to get to those 2 backhand reels right in a row, Jesse.
Just letting him know that that was his 100th event. Well, this is his 100th event, and what a way to take out the first round. How does it feel, 100 events?
Yeah, I still get really nervous and excited, and I love it. So I don't know. It's weird, it's just a game we play, but it's really fun, and we're all obsessed with it. So it's kind of weird, but stoked I made it to 100.
I don't know if people understand how tough it is to surf the wave like that, like in these conditions at sunset. That was so hard to do it, just putting the board on the lip, and so much backwash in that thing. It's tough.
And you can see the struggle is real, because that was unusual on this replay to see Gabe Medina struggle through that wave, Jesse.
Just trying to spice it up for the judges as well, right?
100%, and Gabriel is the king of that, I guess. He's so adaptable.
Here he goes. Vertical lip bash, throws the tail on the back end of that turn. Talking about adaptability, Gabe Medina one more time. This is much better for the 3-time world champ. The flow
gets to that next section, as you can see here, in just another gear that manages to take that speed and does not lose it throughout the entire wave.
Yeah, Jesse, talk us through this replay right here.
I mean, basically Megan said what he needed to be said.
And with those sections just popping up, attack those sections. Connor O'Leary right behind him. The lanky Australian swinging through a backhand re-entry on his own. Looking for more through here. Has to carve through that fat section. Wants to double up on the inside. Needs to chase the whitewater into Val's if he wants to do so. He's got it on the inside. And some confused water for the finish as Connor O'Leary hails the Red Bull jet ski.
In this wave, mostly in a day like today, is going to be the toughest part, and he just crushed it out. And
what about Connor?
Connor, same thing. Nice first start, and it feels like he's riding a little bigger board, and that's very critical. He has so much power, a lot of drive through his back foot, and just drives through the wave very nicely. And just connecting the dots and trying to get that little bonus section on the inside. Amazing to see how smart he is in every aspect, inside and outside of the water.
He's even smart with priority right now, taking it from Connor O'Leary. Medina, the heat leader, on the roof there for the float on the backhand. Little foamy, difficult section is going to grab his rail and take him down. But great point that you made, Jesse, in that Medina not surfing out here a lot. The one time at 2012, he got second to Adam Melling out here. During the break, Ryan Callinan got a wave mix.
Yeah, Right here, he sets up for a beautiful arc snap there, straight up into the lip. He's searching right here, double up. Really quick off the lip there. I just like how just fast he's looking off the top, you know, and so strong. And he's reading the waves really well. It's not easy to find waves.
And that gives him a good drive throughout the turns. And that first turn looks so big for such a small section. So that was great surfing for him.
Connor O'Leary, live action here. Big hooking turn. Throwing a bunch of spray there. Just eases through that second turn. Vert. 12 o'clock on turn number 3. Now chasing the whitewater for the connection. Gets that double up section. O'Leary needs a 4.87 on this wave to get into second and advancing position. Banging away. Nice rhythm on the backhand for the finish.
But this is the wave that Jesse was talking about. He just gets that extra stamp, like the amount of like pressure he puts on that front foot to just goes from back to front right here. And you can see it. So he gets that extra like power snap on his backhand that just looks really well and polished. And it just really sends a little bit extra water off of his fins. And you can see it right here. He's going to do one last maneuver.
Drop for Gabe Medina. Much bigger wave for Medina. Carves off the top. Swoops into a cut back into the whitewater. Attacks. There's some jumbled water. This wave a little deeper into the channel and likely not to make the connection for Medina, and he hails for the ski.
It'll be nice to see some fireworks for the end of the day.
Here's a replay of Medina, Megs.
Yeah, sets up for a nice first turn there. A good-sized wave, as you mentioned earlier. Even allows him to get that. But Jesse, when you come here, what do you notice like a significant difference in our local Hawaii shapers as to the boards you get on tour sometimes?
100%. Let's just watch this Brian's wave and we'll get back to that. Wow, that was, see what I was talking about? How he's able to drive through the turn and make it look so big. And unfortunately, there was only one turn wave, but that was a big turn. Probably my favorite turn of the heat so far. These waves are great.
Look at this bang. One turn, like you said, Jesse, but a big dynamic turn. Just needs a 4.74 for the score. I'm going to put your judge hat on, Jesse. Do you think he gets the number?
I think it's very close just because it's one only single turn, but it was as critical as it gets and probably twice as big of a turn as any turn on this heat. Look at that back foot drive just pushing through so much water, and then very critical too. He had a little airdrop to finish that turn and came out so clean, which is tough out here in a day like today. So
live action right here. Gabe Medina. I believe Medina's on a Tokoro. He brought some Cabiancas here, but he also got a quiver of Wade Tokoros as well. And looks like, I'm going to say that he is on the Tokoro in this heat, Jesse. Well, Connor O'Leary may have to surf later today. Again, we're going straight into the elimination round after this final heat. There we go, Medina, Callinan. They got the rest of the day off. Connor O'Leary. We'll see him again in the lineup. Thank you, Megs.